You're listening to Season 6 of the award-winning Home Ed Matters podcast, brought to you from the West Midlands in the UK.
We're just a regular family of 5 on a home education journey, and we want to share our journey with you and encourage you on yours. So thanks for joining us, and here's this week's episode.
Well, hi.
Hi.
Welcome to
Home Ed Matters podcast.
Season 6.
Episode 15, I think.
Episode 15.
Whoa.
My name's Luke.
My name's Eden.
And we are sitting here with
Chickens!
our 3 chickens.
Oh, Dad.
We've got...
They all just got really
I know,
scared.
they got really scared. Well, I always said maybe I lent in too much.
No, you're not supposed to look them in the eye, I think.
Oh, was that what it was? So, in the last couple of weeks, our big news is that we got 3 chicks.
Yeah, they've gone very still now that you
really
lent in.
still, yeah.
They were peeping.
Well, that's interesting. So maybe they'll start peeping again in a sec. But in the meantime, what are their names?
Well, Coco's got like all black, and Kiki is a golden face, and Peppa has a white dot on her head.
So we've got 3 at the moment, and we got them. They were just over a week old.
5 days old.
They were 5 days old, and how old are they now?
I think they're like, I don't know, 13 or 14 days.
Yeah,
Maybe
nearly 2 weeks old.
Yeah, nearly 2 weeks.
And the breeds we've got
are Rocky Road, which is Plymouth Rock.
They're Road Rocks, aren't they? So they're hybrids.
Which is Plymouth Rock and Rhode Island Red.
Okay.
And we've also got a Speckledy, which we don't know what actually is. It's just called a Speckledy.
Speckledy, yeah, that is one of the other breeds. And at the moment they are in a little guinea pig cage. Well, a big guinea pig cage, I should say. They're not in a coop yet because it's too cold for them outside.
They're also really cute.
So we're sitting in our playroom. And the reason we got them so young was that we wanted to create nice bonds with them, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, look at Peppa just sticking her head out.
How have they changed? So what were they like when we got them, and how have they changed?
Well, when they got them, they were cheeping a lot more, and their legs looked too big for them. But now that they've grown a lot, and they've their legs look the right size for them now, and they've grown a lot taller.
Yeah.
And
what's
changed
on their
Oh, Peppa, Coco.
What's changed on their feathers?
Well, you can see that Peppa is really becoming very speckled, and Kiki's a Goldie.
So they're kind of losing their chick fluff.
Yeah.
And getting their adult feathers. They are getting bigger, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Our girls. So how have we been looking after them?
We've been Mummy's been filling up their water, and she put their food in an egg carton, which they've actually dragged onto that heater so they can eat it.
Yeah, we've got a heater that you can raise as they get a bit bigger.
Yeah, I know, but they've dragged their food underneath it so they can eat it in the warm. Yeah, they're sunbathing on the top right now because they're in the sun.
Yeah, so we're keeping them warm. So they'll go out when they're a bit older, which is in a couple of months.
Yeah.
And we're going to get a couple more breeds. But what's the reason that we didn't get the couple of extra breeds right now?
2 reasons. One, because they couldn't be sexed at day old to be girls, and so we wouldn't want to end it for a rooster. And 2, not all of the hens were laying fertilised eggs.
Yeah.
Which had been hatching.
So we're thinking of getting a silky, because they're like super nice. And we're thinking of also getting, what's the one?
Cream leg bar.
The cream leg bars, yeah.
Which lays blue or green eggs.
Yeah, so we're going to get some varieties, and we might get some other varieties as well. We're going to have enough room for a few more. Just off eBay.
We're going to get a well summer.
Yeah. So just off eBay, this morning actually, we picked up a second-hand coop. Yep. Which we've just put together, a really good one, an omelette one. That's the brand, not like made out of omelettes.
Yeah, that would be a bit cruel to chicks.
And I was quite impressed because Mummy put it all together.
Yeah, well, yeah. On the first step, she did it wrong.
Well, this is often
the case. On the very first step,
when you're reassembling something that wasn't yours to start with. So we've got all of that together, and our big walk-in coop we haven't put up yet because I've not been well enough. Yeah. But we will have that. So we're going to have a great big coop outside. We've got the area ready. Yeah. And we're really enjoying having them. So. A number of times a day we get them out, don't we? We take them into the conservatory because the floor's easy to clean.
Yeah, and right now they're just all snuggled together, sitting down.
And
stretching out their wings.
They like climbing up Mummy and perching on her shoulders.
Yeah.
But what mustn't you do when they're right so close?
Look them in the eye because they like sparkly things and they might peck you in the eye.
Yeah. And so Mummy signed up to a chicken welfare course from the University of Edinburgh. So that's quite interesting. So you might do that as well after, depending how it goes.
Yeah.
Because you've read lots of different... What are some of the different books? You've read about 5 or 6 books about chickens, haven't you? Learning how
some of them are like, learning how to take care of them. I did How to Speak Chicken and a Kid's Guide to Speaking Chickens are probably my favourite. Oh, and there was one more, like, it begins in the coop or something.
All right, so How to Speak Chicken, which we got from... We'll put links to these on the thing. How to Speak Chicken, a Kid's Guide to Chickens.
And one more, which I can't remember the name of, but it was really good, and I read in the night for it.
Okay, we'll put those in the link
down
below. So, we are really enjoying having chickens. How many animals have we got at the moment in the house?
We've got chicks.
3 chicks.
1 hamster, 1 guinea pig, 1 dog, a cat.
And a cat. Yeah, we've got a lot at the moment.
Yeah, 5 different types of animals.
Yeah. And we're hopefully going to have more chickens. So, this is a first for us, but we're enjoying it.
Yeah.
And even though we had a wonderful break away, a wonderful holiday, which, by the way, hope you really enjoyed the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Talking all about it. One of the reasons we were excited to get back
is because...
is so we could get the chickens.
Yeah, they're so adorable.
And we just hear them going cheep, 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 cheep.
Yeah, and they've definitely got bigger.
They have. And I like you, their cheep has changed from being quite high-pitched. It's going down a bit. And also the tones... Because like grown-up chickens kind of go... They've got... and they
go like... type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and who is the head hen? Who's top of the pecking order? The literal pecking order? Coco.
And Pepper's like lookout.
How do we know that Coco's top of the pecking order?
Because she's like... she takes care of the others and she pecks them into order and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating eyes, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. And also, you can see on the top of their beaks, their combs are starting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she can tell she's being interviewed, Dad. She's just sat down.
Yeah, her combs are starting. They are beautiful little things, intelligent things as well.
They've just sat down just to be interviewed. Hello, Coco.
So we're going to have a super fox-proof cage because we see the fox regularly coming through.
Me and Asher. I was telling Asher and Bella a story a couple of days ago, and a fox literally walked through the garden a couple of metres away from us.
I was working from home this week, and I was just looking out the front while I was on a conference call, and fox came past.
Yeah, I see them a lot.
I know. So that is all the exciting thing about our chickens. Oh, what do we feed them at the moment?
Chick crumb.
Okay, and that's just got lots of minerals and things in it.
Protein. They're so adorable though, and you can see their wing feathers starting and they stretch them out and it's so adorable.
So if you've got chickens, please let us know. We'd love to hear the ones you've got. What are your top tips?
Yeah, we love chicks.
We are loving having chicks. It's just another good experience, isn't it?
When we finish getting them, we're probably going to have to breed them again because they're so adorable.
I know, yeah, it has been really fun. So if you are a chicken fan, let me know. If you've got any questions, let us know as well. We'd love to know what questions you've got, and we will keep you updated with the progress on our chickens. So,
Coco just tried to step on Kiki's head.
Right. Well, after the short interlude, we are going to talk about something else.
While we're telling Coco off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Home in Matters podcast.
Right, Coco has been good.
Finally.
Now, we watched some really classic films recently with a very famous silent movie actor. What was his name?
Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin. And he's the inspiration for many, many people.
Yeah.
And we watched 2 of his films, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
What did you think?
They were good. Yeah, they were very funny at some points. Like when he tried to take the dog in his trouser leg.
I know, bearing in mind that it was before sound and they're all in black and white.
And colour.
They were very, very engaging, yeah.
Surprised Walt Disney didn't hire him.
Well, yeah, so he was a little bit... His story's interesting. It's a bit like Walt Disney's story in the sense that he he had a tough upbringing. He worked really hard to do
Yeah.
some different things. He mastered his craft. So we've enjoyed the I Am series, and there's the I Am Charlie Chaplin,
Yeah.
which I actually read on the train
Yep.
one morning on the way to work. So the interesting thing, I think, about Charlie Chaplin is that he wrote, directed, starred in, and wrote the music for his films. So he did, and he produced them as well. So he really did the whole thing. So what were the films we watched? Can you remember the names of them?
No.
One was called A Dog's Life.
And Soldier at Arms.
Yeah, Soldier at Arms, we
I
think.
think The Dog's Life was more funny.
Yeah. Well, I don't see Soldier. They were both from like 1918, weren't they? 1917, 1918.
Yeah.
And Soldier. We probably didn't have as much connection with Soldier at Arms or whatever it's called.
But it was funny when their trench filled up with water.
I know, yeah.
And so basically, and he splashed the other man.
It's all visual humour, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all very. Oh, look, they're having a drink.
Yeah, it's so funny to watch them drink because they literally take it up in the beat and then they have to glug 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 it down.
Because we've enjoyed like the Norman Wisdom films, which is all again slapstick, but in many ways, I mean, that was 30, 40 years later.
Yeah.
So quite a long time later.
Yeah. Strange though, because they still didn't have colour.
Well, yeah, colour. It was expensive, and it wasn't invented until the second half of the 20th century.
Yeah.
So, that's some of the. We watched that the other day, and we really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was very good.
We'd love to know what kind of classic films you've enjoyed. We've got lots more Charlie Chaplin ones to watch because Grandma brought us, gave me for my birthday a set of them, didn't she? They've been to his museum.
Yeah, she gave us a slap board too. You know the.
Oh, the
goes, clap.
the clacker board. So
and they have like date.
They used to do that at like the beginning of the thing. Yeah. Well, how's drama going? Because you're all practicing for a big show.
Good. It's going very good. It's more professional than it was like when we did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory because everyone was doing it and people were getting their lines and stuff. Didn't feel like it was proper, but now it feels like really cool.
Because you're in a particular short play that's just how many of you are in it?
4.
Yes.
And I find it a lot easier to work with just like 4 people.
Yeah, and you've been working really hard on your lines, so looking forward to watching that at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's the first day of spring.
Is it?
Yeah, 1st of March, first day of spring.
Oh, cool.
I changed all the calendars around the house.
Oh, I haven't changed mine.
Speaking of spring, you and Asha have been planning a special new club. In fact, we planned it when we were having some food at Epcot in Disney.
Yeah, we did.
What type of club is it?
It's an environment club, and we thought of it just after we saw that the live show thing.
There was a special film in Epcot called Our Planet or something like that.
Our Planet.
And it was so inspiring that you decided.
We decided to do something about it, and so me and Asha thought we could have an environment club.
And collaborate with some other friends of ours.
Yeah, and it's called Eco Energy.
Eco Energy.
Yeah, which stands for Environment Club Office, and then the energy part doesn't stand for anything.
Because you are energetic. And so you're going to have your first meeting in a few weeks.
Yeah, and we're using Lumi bands to make special bracelets for us to wear.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then what are some of the things you're going to do? Because you want it to be really practical.
Yeah, so we're going to do like litter picking and like raising awareness and planting trees and stuff.
And as a result, we've decided, because it's Lent at the moment, and we like to do something in Lent. So what's our focus in Lent?
Well, so we try and buy plastic, plastic-free apples.
So fruit, because often the fruit that we buy comes sort of pre-packaged, and we're trying over Lent not to do that, because we're having a focus in Lent on the environment and creation.
Yeah, we are.
So, because haven't you got a special thing you're doing every breakfast?
Oh yeah, we're doing this Lent book thing.
Like a little devotional thing, just to think about creation.
Yeah.
So, because of that, yesterday, you and I took a walk down to our local high street, to the grocer's.
Yeah.
So here's that. Oh.
Oof.
Well, we've just walked down to our local high street.
Yep.
Which is about half a mile.
Yeah. Oh, is it half a mile?
Yeah, something like that. And why did we walk down?
Because we are getting apples and pears.
Apples and pears. Well, we went to the grocer.
Yeah.
Because for Lent, what are we trying to do?
We're trying to just use apples without plastic on them for Lent to help the environment.
So normally we we buy
plastic.
our fruit from just a regular supermarket, and often it's packaged up in plastic already. And we're following a Lent guide from the Church of England about focusing on the environment.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I've got cold ears.
put our money where our mouth is.
Yeah.
We've walked down to the grocery shop,
Yeah.
where they're sold by weight, aren't they? By the pound.
Yep.
So we've stocked up. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a bit steep walking back, so we've actually probably ended up buying more than we normally do.
Yeah. Because 4 apples a day, 28 apples a week.
And they're slightly larger than the small ones. I mean, we get small ones. We've worked out the
get big
comparative
ones
price. And,
Oh, Daddy, it's a worm.
well, that's good. So keep walking.
No, it's on the gravel, Daddy.
Well, it will just wiggle into the soil.
No, it won't, because the sun takes all the slime off it, so it can't wiggle.
Well, it's a lot of water in the air still. I mean, it's actually just started to brighten up. It's been a bit of a wet few days. Storm Jorge is on its way.
Storm what?
It's the Spanish word for George.
Jorge.
Storm Jorge.
Jorge.
Anyway, where do we get to? So we walked down. We also, this way, we invested in some little netting bags, didn't we?
Yeah, they're 100% recycled.
They're from Aldi, 25p each, and they're reusable fruit bags. So we'll start using those for the rest of Lent and in general.
And in general, yeah.
So all in all,
Yeah.
a bit of a success. So,
Very successful.
I might need to slow down. Still
Lagging.
supposed to be taking it easy.
Yeah.
Okay, see you later.
See ya.
So we ended up spending a bit more than we normally spend.
Yeah.
But probably
that's
we
fine,
got
though.
twice as much volume of fruit. It's just that there were larger fruits than we used to.
Yeah. And we also got some pears too.
Yeah, and pears. So that's really good. So we're going to do that all through Lent.
Yep.
Just reduce a bit of the plastic. I know a lot of people are doing plastic-free things at the moment.
Are they?
Well,
I
yeah,
didn't
just
know.
in general. Well, just in general, over the last year or so, people have been,
More aware.
using reusable cups and all kinds of things. So we're trying to cut down on the plastic that we use.
Yeah.
You're thinking of getting a bamboo toothbrush.
Yeah, I am. But I think you would have to go on eBay for it, because all the toothbrushes in shops are plastic.
I know, yeah. So that's another thing that needs to change, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Well, since we've been back, so we've had 2 weeks of learning.
Yep.
Back into our normal routine. What are some of the things you've been focusing on?
Well, we're doing magical creatures.
Okay. Oh, and actually, that ties us in. So we're doing a Wizards and Wands curriculum this year, if you haven't followed us, which is a Harry Potter themed curriculum, and one of the topics is magical creatures.
Yeah.
And we've got some fantastic new books about it, actually.
Yeah.
Thanks to, sadly, the book people are going into administration.
No.
But we have had some mega orders in the meantime.
22 books.
And look at this book. So, a field guide to fantastical beasts by
It was so good.
Otto Salparenin.
It was so good that we had to buy 3 more copies after getting
I
one.
know, yeah. I think they cost us
Like
65p or something.
Yeah.
So we've been really enjoying that. And actually, we've got some mega book people orders, some good sets.
It's amazing.
What are some of the sets you've been focusing on? You've been reading?
Well, St. Clares, and then there's
That's Enid Blyton.
Yeah, and then there's Tiger Days, and Mummy's got the entire set of Anne of Green Gables, and what are some other ones? We got the entire Famous Five and Secret Seven.
I know, yeah. So, and that's part of that is for Asher and Mirabelle in due course.
Yeah, and Millie Molly Mandy.
I bought some Star Wars books.
Yeah.
And a Marvel book.
Of course.
So, because they were just such good value. In fact, one of our orders that they show you the recommended retail price at the checkout.
Yeah.
So we paid, I don't know, I think we paid like £80 for the order. But do you know how much it would have cost if we'd bought it all new?
Don't know.
£1,100.
Whoa!
We know that many of you out there in the UK have also been buying mega book bundles for your learning.
Yeah.
So
we had like 4 boxes of huge book people.
well, we thought we do buy a lot of books anyway. So we'd love to know the best bargain you got. So please let us know about that.
Yes.
Um,
Book recommendations are highly.
Last we had a teaser at the end of the last episode.
Did we?
About who your next artist was. Oh,
Yeah.
look, they're all flapping around. I think they've spotted at Mummy's back. So who is the artist that you're studying this term?
Drum roll.
Don't scare the chicks.
Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol. And what's distinctive about Andy Warhol?
He was like a very pop artist. Like once he made wooden tomato soup boxes and made like hundreds, and he just painted them for like nothing, no reason.
So it is pop art, and it's second half of the 20th century. So quite different to some of the classical artists that we've studied.
Yeah.
And what are some of the activities you've done to emulate Andy Warhol?
Well, there was like this one which is Marilyn Diptych, and so we made faces of ourselves and coloured the hairs in all different ways, like Andy Warhol did.
Yeah, so he had this famous thing of like Marilyn Monroe, her face, and then he'd coloured it all different ways, didn't he?
Yeah, but we don't know why he called it Marilyn Diptych.
Well, a triptych was in like old-fashioned art was like 3 pictures next to one another. So maybe a diptych was like to do with a number of...
Like, it was 9, I think.
Yeah, 9 different things. So
there's chick flowers flying everywhere.
Flying everywhere.
Chick fluff.
And we've also, since we've been back, we've been enjoying catching up with friends, getting back into clubs.
Yeah, we have. It's been
you
good.
went and did a really exciting activity.
Yeah, clip and climb.
Clip and climb.
Yeah.
So what's that a bit like?
So it's basically a bit like rock up. So you get harnessed in and watch a video, and get to climb.
So you spent the whole morning doing some climbing with friends.
Yeah, we did. Thank you, Rebecca.
Did you get to all the tops?
No. The first 3 I did, I failed.
Oh no.
So then because all the easy ones were taken.
Well, it's good to test yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's been another full episode.
Yeah.
Hope you've enjoyed our background chicken noises.
Yeah. Beep, beep,
From real
beep,
chicks.
beep,
Beep, beep, beep, beep. And fluttering.
I'm fluttering in chick feathers.
We will be back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have lots more to talk about in there.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, enjoy spring. I hope it is sunny and dry for you after
reasonably
such a wet
dry.
February we've had here.
Yeah.
But as always, get in touch. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, all of the usual places.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Home Ed Matters podcast. We love hearing from you, so email us to homeedmatters@gmail.com. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Home Ed Matters, and visit our website at www.homeedmatters.co.uk. If you're enjoying the show, please leave us a review wherever you listen, like Apple Podcasts, Stitcher or Spotify. Thanks for joining us and enjoy your home ed journey this week.
They say absence makes the heart grow fond. Well, I've grown quite fond of you. Some people may think you're strange, but I think I'm strange too. It's raining outside, and it's raining inside too. I wanna go home, place where I'm known, and where I know you. Walk familiar streets.